Welcome to Progress in San Diego. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I'm your host, Walter Davis. In the United States, we have over 100,000 people that are deaf and using sign language. In the San Diego area, we have more than 5,000 people. And so there's some very unique aspects to the deaf community. Special services are needed. And if you can imagine living your life without being able to hear. And so there's some very unique problems that present to the citizens of San Diego that are members of the deaf community. And with me this evening, I have the pleasure to have Matthew Vides, who is the chairperson of Deaf Awareness Day, which we're going to talk about. And I also have Leslie Elion, who is the executive director of Deaf Community Services of San Diego. Welcome, Leslie, and welcome, Matthew. So, I want to start out by asking you about the Deaf Community Services of San Diego. Can you tell us something about that? What kind of services do you provide to the deaf community?
Sure, I'd be happy to. DCS, Deaf Community Services, has been in San Diego for 36 years now. We are a nonprofit organization and a one-stop resource for the deaf and hard of hearing community. We provide a variety of services: literacy training, one-on-one peer counseling and advocacy, information and referral services, interpreting services throughout the county, and in the school systems. We also provide mental health counseling, HIV and AIDS counseling, and some other smaller services. We also provide information to individuals who are looking for, well, for example, if they're encountering a problem with their employer or with a school, dealing with communication barriers or legal issues, we try to help them.
So, is there a bilingual sign language, or is it universal?
Well, I would say that 90% of our clients use American Sign Language. But we also serve people who have cochlear implants who do not know sign language, individuals who have lost their hearing later in life, or senior citizens as well who have lost their hearing, hard of hearing individuals. We serve a wide variety and range of individuals.
Okay, great. So we have Deaf Awareness Day coming up on the 2nd of October. Is this basically conducted every October? Is that what happens?
Yes, we tend to have it either the last week of September or the first week of October. But yes, it is an annual event.
Okay, great. So what is Deaf Awareness Day and why is it important?
Oh, you want me to answer that? Okay. Deaf Awareness Day is an annual celebration of American Sign Language and deaf culture. We have our own culture, we have our own community, and Deaf Awareness Day, DAD, is what we abbreviate it as, was established 11 years ago. That was under DCS's sponsorship. It was established as a way of bringing together the community in one location so that they can intermingle, learn new things, discover new products that fit their needs, meet new people, watch the entertainment that is accessible to them directly. And it's great for families and children because we have a kids zone with face painting and crafts, toys, juice and snacks all day. So it's wonderful for families and people within our community. That way they can have a feeling of camaraderie. It's very popular.
So it's mainly centered on the deaf community. Is there an outreach component so that others in the community are welcome to come to this?
Oh, yes. Yes, anyone can come to this event. We invite everyone. Everyone is welcomed.
We provide interpreters. So And when I say interpreters, if you are an individual who does not know sign language, we have interpreters for the main stage, so that if somebody is performing in sign language on the main stage, we'll have an interpreter voicing, so that the hearing people who do not know sign language can enjoy that as well. We have many parents who don't know sign language yet, but who have deaf children who can enjoy those as well. We also have interpreters who specialize in LSM, that's Mexican Sign Language. That way those individuals who use Mexican Sign Language can participate as well. It's very difficult, but we try our best to make it accessible to everyone.
Wow, it sounds very complicated.
Oh yes, well, it's challenging, but we make it every year.
Well, this is a wonderful thing. I'm very happy to be aware of this. So who sponsors Deaf Awareness Day, and how long has it been in existence? Did you say that once before?
Well, really, Deaf Awareness Day started before Deaf Community Services took over. We were asked by a variety of organizations, once it was first established, to take over as a permanent sponsor. And now we have done that for 11 years. And every year, we keep going. What we do is we look for people within our community to volunteer, such as Matt. Matthew here is a volunteer. He was willing to take over as the chairperson for Deaf Awareness Day. It's a great opportunity for people to develop leadership skills.
Wow, this is great. So you have themes, right, for Deaf Awareness Day. What's the theme this year?
Yes. Our theme for this year is Kiss, Fist, Life, which in English translates to loving life. It's how to take care of yourself, how to eat well, how to exercise well, how to deal with a chaotic day. There will be various booths that will provide information on wellness. So that is our theme for this year. And every year, as you mentioned, we do have a different theme, so it's not always the same. Last year it was an eco, green, friendly environment theme. This year it's loving life and how to love life.
Wow, that's great. That is really great. Because I can imagine, sometimes people can feel really down, because of being deaf. And I suppose this is a really uplifting, spiritual uplifting for a lot of people.
Yes.
So you've already stated who attends Deaf Awareness Day somewhat. Is there an admission fee? And if so, how much?
Yes. For the early bird admission, it's $6. At the door, admission is $10, and that's for the general admission. But we also provide discounts for senior citizens, which is $6, and ages 12 to 18 is also $6, and children under 12 are admitted free.
Wow, and the proceeds go where? What happens to the money that you collect?
I'll let Leslie answer that.
All of the money that we gather from the event goes back to the community in one way or another. So we decide which programs and services are in most need. Or sometimes we will purchase equipment and things that will benefit the community at large and the community at Deaf Community Services. That's where individuals come for assistance. So sometimes we will also use those funds to purchase items for the following year's event. But we always use the money in the best way possible.
Understood. So this event is accessible to people who don't know sign language and who are not familiar with the deaf culture, obviously. And so you're going to have interpreters available for those people.
Yes.
And tell me about some of the special attractions you're going to have at Deaf Awareness Day this year.
Well, we always try to have a kid-friendly environment, and this year it'll definitely be more. Now, I can't say specifically, but we will have costume characters there that are showing up. We're keeping that a surprise for the children.
And also we will have a representative from Medic Alert. We have a grant where we can give out up to 400 free Medic Alert bracelets for deaf and hard of hearing individuals in San Diego. Those who have medical conditions or children who are deaf, so if they get lost or wander off or become injured, The paramedics, the police department, fire department, whoever reaches them will notice that they have that bracelet, call the central office, and be able to get information about that individual. We do have some of those bracelets left over from the grant, so a representative from Medical Alert will come to encourage people to fill out the form.
And also we will be writing presentations as well.
And one of our major sponsors is SDG&E, the electric company. They will also be there again this year to talk about special programs that can benefit our community as well.
Wow, this is great. I'm just really happy to be aware of this. This is just a wonderful program. What's the main thing, or what are the main things you want the public to know about Deaf Awareness Day?
Well, Deaf Awareness Day, it's a place where all people can gather. Really, it's there to have a good time, to learn new information, what's going on in today's world, because most deaf people are really left out of a lot of information. And so this is an opportunity not just to educate, but an opportunity to interact with each other and learn from each other.
And we also want people to become familiar with our culture and our language, to recognize how rich and unique it is.
Yes.
And to feel free to come and join us, become part of the day.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me more about that richness and uniqueness. Can you expound on that some?
Well, many people are not familiar with the deaf community. And there's a lot of misconceptions as well about deaf individuals in general.
For example, if, say you have hearing parents that have a child that is deaf, and if you can imagine when they're born and they find out their child is deaf, well, here's an opportunity for them to come to our event and learn that there are resources for their children that are deaf, and they can go to Deaf Awareness Day, as opposed to feeling lost and not knowing what to do. And perhaps the hearing parents themselves might be interested in taking sign language courses, or perhaps they can meet friends there, they can teach them how to sign. So there's many different ways and opportunities for hearing parents.
I'd also like to mention that in the Assembly Hall we'll have a variety of booths with different vendors that include equipment for deaf people, such as video phones. We communicate through a VP, a video phone. And many companies will be there to display their video phones, so that we become more aware of what's available to us. And it's great for parents to learn what is available out there for their kids. And video phones are passed out free, are provided free by the video relay companies. So it's an opportunity for people to go and learn how to break down the barriers in society for deaf people.
So you're saying that people can get a free video phone?
If you are deaf, yes.
Wow, now that's powerful.
I have one at home. He has one too.
So
Yes, I do.
How do you get that information out? How do you make people aware? What are some of the methods that you use?
Come to Deaf Awareness Day.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's one. But what else do you guys do?
Well, as far as general advertisement, or more specifically, what is it you mean as far as letting people know?
Brochures? Do you have internet TV programs? Do you have cable TV programs?
Well, DCS, Deaf Community Services, they do have a website that's set up for us, where people can watch videos there and learn about the various information, and that's under the DCS's website.
And during Deaf Awareness Day, mating agencies, companies, vendors will also pass out brochures there. We also have that information at DCS. So once the event is over, and before the event, people can contact us at DCS and learn more about what's out there for deaf and hard of hearing people. Those who have cochlear implants, we have a wealth of information to share.